Outlast was one of the most phenomenal games of its generation, and with the Outlast Trials, the next game in the series, coming soon, a lot of people can't help but remember fondly some of the best characters that were in it. The following is not a rank, but a list of some of the 5 most memorable characters that players encountered in the series. If you feel that you would like to add a different one, then please leave your thoughts in the comment section. Chris L. Strongfat Walker is the secondary antagonist in Outlast and a minor antagonist in Outlast, Whistleblower. He is a recurring and very large variant that pursues Miles Upshur relentlessly and who is considerably larger and stronger than any other inmate. Chris is a very large and burly man who possesses superhuman strength and durability. He can easily pick up a fully grown man with one hand and tear off someone's head from their body. During the asylum's riots, Walker even managed to take on a dozen armed officers without sustaining any major injuries. He can bash down doors barehanded and break through reinforced glass. During his encounter with the Poles, Chris displayed high pain tolerance, withstanding multiple gunshots to his torso and jaw, as well as being hit by Pauline's car. Walker is also surprisingly athletic for his size, running almost as fast as Miles and being able to leap over large obstacles with ease. Although his psyche has been severely damaged, he holds a certain level of intelligence, being somewhat aware of Mount Massive's ongoing situation and Murkoff's illegal experiments. Chris can track down Upshur through the entire asylum, scouring nearby rooms and checking potential hiding spots, such as lockers and beds. He is well accustomed to darkness, easily traversing Mount Massive's poorly lit areas, and often waits motionless while listening out for approaching targets. He also seems to be capable of noticing his prey's presence by picking up their scent. He keeps trophies of his victims, as many severed heads are seen lined up on bookshelves in the administration block's library.
Here, buddy.
Richard Rick Trager is an antagonist in Outlast. He is an insane variant who experiments on patients to gain more knowledge about their biology. Dr. Trager, much like the rest of the asylum's inhabitants, is a sadistic and mass-murdering psychopath, but his psyche and mental ability appear to operate in a highly functional way that proves he still has a grasp on reality, even if only a weak one. Because of this, he is more than capable of thinking, planning, and doing other things, such as tricking Miles into entering the dumbwaiter so he can gain access to him. Additionally, he is capable of both intelligent and coherent speech, much like Eddie Gluskin speaking to Miles in a friendly tone and addressing him mockingly as Buddy. He either enjoys pretending to be a surgeon or has been driven to believe that he is one and has a habit of collecting body parts from his patients. The Walrider, also known as the Swarm, is the main antagonist and the final enemy encountered in Outlast and Outlast, Whistleblower. It's the source of the madness that seems to infect most of the asylum's inhabitants and the deity of Father Martin's religion and his followers. The Walrider is a cloud of nanites, small nanoscopic machines, who possess great strength and power. As it is composed of nanites, it could not be seen by human eyes. Miles could only see it through the night vision on his camcorder. However, Miles could see it clearly at the end of the game, when the entity attacked him and took possession of his body. The Walrider possesses incredible physical strength and is the most physically powerful being in the game. It can overpower any variant, including the muscle-bound Chris Walker, and kill them in brutal ways such as throwing them across a room with little effort and great speed, or by smashing them into a wall with enough force to splatter their bodies into bloody puddles.
You crazy motherfucker! I show my true face.
Before she deviated from Temple Gate, Val was devout to Noth's faith. However, she felt deep guilt for participating in the mass infanticide of the children of Temple Gate, many of whom Val raised and cared for as if they were her own. Though Noth spoke that God would call to his followers that they were doing the right thing, Val heard nothing and was convinced that Noth's God was a child's superstition and that all her children had died for nothing. However, when Val was awoken by her dreams of murdering infants, her faith in a new God was born anew. She began to deeply hate Noth for his misplaced faith in an unknown God, believing her God to be superior because he is no God at all, but simply a voice she can hear, desperately seeking to seal her union with. Thus, Val has made it her life mission to make the birth of the Antichrist happen, reveling in the destructive havoc that it will undoubtedly reap across the world. Val sees nothing wrong with her actions, viewing it as the sharing of her love. In her notes, she boasts about her dreams of children being murdered, killing Noth's followers, and her visions of the Antichrist.
It's me, Josiah. Please, tell him I don't.
Let her go!
Reverend Sullivan Noth is the leader of the Testament of the New Ezekiel and the primary antagonist of Outlast 2. Due to his exposure to the Murkoff radio towers, Noth's faith in God has become warped until he turned into a delusional fanatic. He claims to be God's only prophet, and his visions of what God has said to him are documented in most of his gospel scattered across Temple Gate. They are raving, vulgar, and disturbing slandering of his enemies, other religions, and a testament to his insanity. Noth strongly believes the end of days is upon the world, and Temple Gate is at the brink of hell. In light of that, he has led a mass infanticide in order to kill a supposed Antichrist. And many of the children were his. Noth is implied to be a misogynist. His letter to Laird claims that self-pity is a womanly sin that he must raise his followers above. Also, he engages in heavy sex with most of the women of his cult. However, even their husbands encourage their wives to have sex with Noth, as they are so devoted that they consider that an honor. Ethan claims that Noth forced himself on his 15-year-old daughter, implying Noth's perversions were so bad that he was willing to commit forced sex. Although, some speculate this was a side effect of the radio towers that increased his and his followers' lasciviousness. With this video having reached its end, it's always a good idea to subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and also to like the video. Additionally, is there any character you think should have been included in this list?